If you're a Barbie girl who wants to be in a Barbie world, the DECC is the place for you. Starting Tuesday, guests can experience Barbie through the ages with plenty of opportunities for photo ops. Traveling exhibit was first featured in Las Vegas before moving to Phoenix. It's now here in Duluth. The original Barbie is even on display along with her first 22 outfits. Private collections and donors fill the exhibit, making it truly a priceless collection.
The beautiful thing about Barbie is everyone has their own story from their childhood or whatever they first remember as Barbie, right? Even if you weren't playing with them, you have an idea of Barbie, and the nice thing about this is you can see from that era, from your story.
The exhibit will stay at the DECC through September 22nd before going to New York City. We've got information on how to get tickets at northernnewsnow.com.